Hi, it's Professor Stevens here, and I'd like to introduce myself, and I'd also like to introduce the course. So what I'd like to do is open up a browser, and I'm going to use Internet Explorer. You can use Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Mozilla Firefox. And I'm just going to open up a window in the URL, and that's this line here at the top. URL stands for Universal Resource Locator. I'm just going to type in bb.strayer.edu. When I hit enter, it takes me to the Strayer University page where I can enter my username and my password. I'm going to go ahead and put in my username. Mine's going to be my name. Yours is going to be that SU number that you have. And then you're going to put in your password. You're going to log into your class. And there'll be links here for you to find your course and log in. When you log in, your course is going to look like this, CIS 105, Digital Tools for Life. One of the things I'd like to encourage you to do is to begin with course announcements. And every few days, I'll have a different announcement up here for us to take a look at and kind of keep track of what's going on. Right now, we're just welcoming ourselves to the CIS 105 online class and beginning to get acquainted. Here in week 1, if we click on week 1, you'll see that our focus is on being digital. We have a to-do list. The to-do list helps us with our project management, and each of these buttons can be checked as you complete that activity. So if we wanted to watch a video called It's a Digital World, we come here to the Explore, and then we can watch this video by clicking the play button. It's about 3 minutes in length. We're going to answer a couple of questions and then we'll earn those 5 points associated by watching that video. If I go back to week 1, by using my menu on the left-hand side, I can come back to the to-do list for Learn, and I can click on the Explore button. I can go to Learn. I can go and read more information about what we're learning for the week. And in this instance, we're learning about computers. I can then go to the next section, or I can go back to Explore. Either one take me, so I can sort of navigate the course, right? And I can do some reading. This week, you may want to activate your test app. That's something else to work with this week. And there are instructions on how to do that. Here's all the instructions for that. Okay. Helpful hints and best practices. Back to week 1. The assignment for week 1 is the pre-course self-assessment. So if we go to assignments and we click on assignments, here's the pre-course self-assessment. And if for some reason it's not working, you may want to use Google Chrome or Google Firefox to get it to open. But let's just say we completed the pre-course self-assessment. Now we've got a discussion question in week 1 getting started. And so you can see how we've just been going down the list, working on our class. Okay, so the content in week 1, you can see that you're going to be using this week 1 button a lot. But there's also information here in course info for you to take a look at. And that is the course guide. So if you'll click on the course guide and download it and save it, you'll be able to keep track of your work that way as well. Additionally, you've got information on the assignments and using Test Out in our course. The big question, I think, as people get started using Test Out is, what is it and do I need it? And what it is it's a simulation that replaces your textbook. So you're not purchasing a textbook. Instead, you're working on this material online through practice. And yes, you do need it. It's worth a percentage of your grade. So I would very strongly encourage you not to try and get by without it. Instead, you need to purchase TestOut and complete the weekly exercises with the class. There's information here about myself, my name, my contact information, my phone number, and my email. One thing I'd just like to point out about my email and my phone number is that I prefer that you text instead of phone calls, and that is because I generally don't answer phone calls. I don't call people back on their phones. I do everything through email and text, and I feel that that's important. It's a way that the business world is working these days. People generally aren't using the phone like they used to. Instead, meetings can be set up and communications can be completed on the job and even at home using text message or instant messaging. So I'm going to be doing the same thing, texting or emailing, and I will not be phone calling. Here's just a very brief introduction along with my email and my phone to help you. Anytime you need help, please feel free to reach out. The faculty video, that's what we're recording right now, so that'll go into this space when we're done. And then certification information regarding TestOut, which you'll be hearing throughout the quarter. But just know that once you have completed all of the TestOut modules, you have the opportunity to take a certification test. And that's not required. However, it would look wonderful on a resume, and what you will do is you take the certification exam. If you pass it, you're going to have a certificate of completion, and you can get a printed copy, and then that can be go into your portfolio. So we're really focused on week 1 and getting started and the to-do list. The share, when you click on the share, you're going to see week 1 discussion. Anytime you roll your mouse over a link and it turns into a hand, see that there? It becomes active, and then you can go ahead and you can click on that link. In this instance, you're going to click reply, and then you can change the subject if you'd like to. This could be a response from Janet, let's say, and you can talk about what your answer is to this question. Take a moment to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Janet, and then go ahead and read through these instructions and let us know something about you, your professional experience with technology, something you hope to gain from the course. And then after that, you would submit. And go ahead and post that to the class. That would be the share. Lastly, in week 1 is the reflect. That's here at the bottom of the page, another 5-point video. And it's really an opportunity again for you to take a look at what was completed in week 1, to think about what was discussed and what was looked at, what was reviewed, what you learned, how effective that learning was, how it applies to your work. And so that is here. It's a 4-minute video that you would watch and then click continue, complete all the questions and click continue to do. So we could finish that. That is an overview of week 1. Doesn't necessarily mean that's how quick it's going to take us to get through it, but it is an overview. And I hope that you enjoy this course and learn a lot about being digitally literate.